It's so good. It just combats the spice.
You should be ashamed. You're not supposed to combat the spice. Don't get spicy pizza if you want to combat the spice. You're supposed to enjoy the spice. Courtney and I got noodle box earlier tonight, and we got 2 different spicy ones to try. And I was a bit disappointed because the chili flavour one was just spice, and it was like plain flavour with spice, while the other one was Mongolian beef.
Okay. I'm just weird then. It's fine. I'm just weird. It's fine. I'm happy to accept it. People in the comments tell me that I'm weird in the comments below. It's fine.
You can have it, but you have to have cream on top as well. It'll help with the spice.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember on that pizza now. There is a spicy sauce base. And then if you're gonna put pineapple to combat the spice, you should put some sour cream on as well to really combat that spice. That would be actually quite nice. I feel like that would be good.
That would be nice. That's what you should use instead of pineapple.
I might ask if they do that next time. Next one's pretty straightforward for me. Star Wars or Star Trek? Star Wars.
Oh, I honestly don't know. To be
Star
honest.
Wars hands down.
Can I choose option number 3, like Orville or Andromeda?
What?
They're both versions of Star Trek. Well,
okay.
Actually, I vote for option number 3, Stargate.
Oh, yeah.
I can't. Okay. Why can't I click on option 3, Jackson? This is very disappointing.
Because clearly it's not as popular as Star Wars or Star Trek.
Obviously, I'm going to choose Star Wars in this, but most people will. Yeah, wow, there's not as many Trekkies out there.
No, Star Trek is not as cool, in my opinion.
Not as cool. Like less blast doors, no lightsabers.
Well, the thing is, between Star Wars and Star Trek, Star Wars was more about movies. Star Trek's more of a TV series. That's right, yeah. I feel
that is correct 100%. I mean, there are Star Trek movies, but the main difference is Star Trek's a bit more of a it's a story. I suppose it's more of a story adventure, while Star Wars is more of an adventure, action adventure.
Yeah.
So the other one's more just straight adventure and exploration. That's Star Trek. While Star Wars is definitely a lot more action adventure.
Yeah.
Hence why more people like it, because it's more exciting. It's more out there.
The main reason why I like Star Wars so much is because of Star Wars Battlefront 2 on the PS2. That was such a good game.
That was a good game.
And because before that, I did watch a few. I think I've watched the 4 movies, so Star Wars 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't think I've watched 5 and 6 yet. And I haven't watched the newer ones either.
So, okay, you've got episodes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And
yeah, I've only watched.
And then you've got the 3 new ones.
Yeah, which I forget how the story works. There's a timeline apparently, but it's whack.
Oh, the timeline is episodes 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, and then 7, 8, and then 7, 8, 9. But the way the order they were made, it was 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3,
yes,
and then 6, 7, 8, 9. Wait.
Yeah, I think
7, 8, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. Maybe there's only 8. I can't remember. I stopped watching after the new one, like the first new one came out. I was like, this is terrible. I'm done.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, Star Wars things, there's the spin-offs now. Like, they made The Mandalorian, which was a spin-off about obviously the Mandalorians.
Do you know what the Mandalorians are?
Aren't they the bounty hunters dudes?
I don't actually know. I think the Mandalorian is a specific bounty hunter. I still haven't watched that
because Boba Fett and Jango Fett are Mandalorians, I believe, and they're bounty hunters.
I mean, yes.
I think.
Again, I don't actually know. I think the Mandalorian is a specific person. Yeah. I don't think it's a group thing. I think it's just their bounty hunters.
Yeah,
I could be wrong.
Our friend Cole's he made his own outfit of a Mandalorian. Remember?
I do remember Cole's Mandalorian outfit.
Yeah.
All he needed was a Baby Yoda.
Yeah, true. Yeah. Okay, this next one, would a dog wear pants like this or like this? So the first picture is of a dog in pants. All four
legs.
All 4 legs, or is it the last 2 legs with the pants going on the stomach?
No. You got to say, so it's wearing the pants how people are wearing the pants, or it's wearing how you'd expect a dog to wear pants. Covering half its body this way as opposed to half its body this way.
Well, I'm going to go the latter option because that's... Yeah.
Which one's that? The first one or the second one?
The second one.
The like this one?
Yeah.
That is the correct way dogs wear pants. Do you know how I know that?
Because
they sell them.
Oh, really?
Yes, and also because how would a dog walk in pants the other way? As they put their front paw forward, they'd have to drag their other paw. Like it'd be like that.
Yeah. And it seems like the rest of the internet majority agrees. 82%.
That's right. Damn straight they agree.
This one's so stupid. Could Jack have fit on the door in the movie Titanic?
I would not be surprised if this was like 95% yes.
Yeah,
What do you think, Jackson?
Yes.
Do you think Jack? Do you think Jack?
Jack, don't go, Jack, don't go, no, Jack. It's like, okay, all right.
That's how your divorce is going to play out.
Oh, come on. Yes, Jack could have fit on the door. Easy.
Yeah. It's 80-20.
He's such a sook, that Jack. He could have held on it. This next one's another weird one. Hot dog's a sandwich. I said no because a sandwich is a thing between two pieces of bread, where a hot dog is a roll.
Well, you're wrong because the hot dog is between two pieces of bread.
Not really. It's put in a slice of bread.
No, it's two pieces put together.
Well, why didn't you vote?
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah,
if you cut the hot dog roll all the way through,
yes,
and then you have a hot dog in it, is it considered a sandwich?
No, I don't. I'm gonna say no.
Okay, now let me ask you, really? Because that's two pieces. That one roll has now turned into two pieces of bread. Or two pieces.
Well, I guess, yeah.
Now, here's another question for you. You know, is it fairy? Yeah, fairy floss?
Right.
Fairy floss? Fairy bread. You know fairy bread?
Yeah.
So let me ask you a question. Is fairy bread a sandwich?
Yeah. Well, are you talking about pieces of bread on top of each other with butter?
I'm talking about a piece of bread with fairy sprinkles on it.
Hundreds of thousands of those. I don't know what we're talking about.
Yeah, hundreds and thousands.
That's just bread and spread.
Is fairy bread considered a sandwich? Let me ask you.
No.
Why not? Because
it's not two pieces of bread. It's one piece of bread. Unless you make it into a sandwich when you have two pieces of bread with fairy floss, hundreds of thousands, and you put them on top of each other, then that's a sandwich.
So I'm just trying to think of another one now. But a Subway roll doesn't work.
No, because that's like a hot dog. That's what a hot dog is.
Hold on a second. Let me do something real quick. Sandwich.
Why don't you vote and then, you know?
No. Before that, define sandwich. There we go. We'll just... Sandwich definition and meaning. Here we go. Two or more slices of bread.
Look at that.
Or two or more slices of bread, or a split roll having a filling in between.
Yeah. Well, look. Okay. I'm just
here we go. Here we go. Okay. B. That was a definition A. Definition B. One slice of bread covered with food. Kind of like fairy floss. Covered. And now for the third definition, something resembling a sandwich.
Well, if you look at a hot dog, right?
So for example, if I get a bit of dirt, if I get a brick and a bit of dirt and put that on top of the brick, and then put a brick on top of that brick, I now have a brick sandwich. And if you sprinkle a bit of concrete on there and you take a bite, that's how you harden up.
Oh, goodness me.
Brick and concrete sandwich.
Look, let's just vote on the thing and let your mind be blown.
I said yes. Oh, no. Well, they're wrong. Okay?
Because the reason why I'm
dictionary decides these things.
Yeah, I work at some of these AMF zone bowling places where they have hot dog makers, right? And on the hot dog makers, they have these needle things where they put the bread rolls through, so it just makes a hole. Mm-hmm. So that would.
I've seen, yes.
Yeah, that's just a roll. Stick it in that's there. Not a sandwich; it's a roll, and then that's where they put the sausage through. Yeah, so it hasn't been sliced open. It's just been penetrated out of context and put
Jackson,
that
come on,
sausage
man, grow up. Come on,
no, you're right.
You grow up. Come on, that's beneath you. You got to really stick it in there. Get it in good. Get the cream
saucy.
Get the sauce filling.
The next one.
I'll be interested to hear what you say about this one.
So Marvel or DC?
What do you think? What do you think? Comment down below.
Look, to be honest, when I was a kid, I was only into Spider-Man. Now, I couldn't give a stuff about superheroes.
Oh, man, I got to show you a video at some point.
So, if there was a neither option, I would vote neither.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't know if Spider-Man... Is Spider-Man Marvel or DC?
Spider-Man.
That's exactly how it goes.
Does whatever a spider can.
I think it's DC, no?
No. No. It's not Spider-Man's not DC.
I mean, I don't know, so...
I really... Maybe we shouldn't post this video. I don't want you to get hate, Jackson.
I don't care. That's what gets the views.
Spider-Man is Marvel. Spider-Man is standard.
Okay, well, I clicked Marvel, and Marvel's a whopping 83%.
Yeah, of course, people prefer Marvel at the moment.
I just don't give a stuff about them anymore. That's right, internet. Attack me. I don't care.
You don't care stuff about what?
Superheroes, movies.
It's not the movies. It's more the comic books. People enjoy the Marvel comics more. Yeah, so the best way for me to describe it is Marvel comics, even though like ridiculous and silly and dumb stuff happens, it's far more down to earth compared to like DC comics.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, more
realistic. Yeah, then it's more realistic. The characters are a bit more developed, and the ridiculous thing is, so when a Marvel character, say for example, dies in a comic. And this is not in the main comics because most of the time they don't usually die in a main comic, but in a side story like where they have like a zombie apocalypse, right? Mm-hmm. Whenever a Marvel character dies or is in those situations, like the way they end is kind of very dramatic, and it's how it would happen to that character in some ways. Like but with DC, it's kind of like this character who in all these comics is almost invincible, and then because there's a zombie apocalypse in this one comic, suddenly that character can just be defeated like that. Okay. So when you have characters that are like ridiculous, like OP, like Superman, but he gets bitten by a zombie and suddenly that's it, he's gone.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah.
It ruins it. Well, meanwhile, you've got Spider-Man who's weaving and dodging zombies like he would normally in a normal Spider-Man comic.
Yeah, I guess I think
it was the Flash that bit Superman in the zombie one. I'm not sure though.
Yeah, the only issue I had ended up with the superhero stuff was they made him to focus on their actual life of the superhero, of the person of the superhero, which I just like. I don't care. I want to see the action. Don't care about the love interest.
Is this comics or is this movies?
Probably more the movies, I guess, because I was into the comics when I was a kid. But then Mum and Dad, they started buying me Phantom comics. Wait, which one's Phantom? Is Phantom either?
Huh? Phantom's neither. No, Phantom comics completely different.
Okay.
I believe it might be owned by one of them. I can check. Here's the funny thing, because I know, because Courtney also got the Phantom comics.
Yeah.
I'd never heard of the Phantom comics, but I had watched the Phantom. Yeah, I had watched the Phantom movie.
Oh,
and that was actually.
Was it the Skull one?
Yeah, and it was absolutely fantastic. I was like, it's not even. I don't even think it was. I was a kid when I watched it at the time, and it's not even really a kids' movie.
You know what's funny about that?
I just remember like the scoring, and I was like, that's really cool.
So the dude who played the Phantom in that movie played the rich snobby guy in Titanic.
Oh, okay.
I don't know the actor's name, but it was the same dude, which blew my mind for some reason. But yeah. No, the Phantom, they didn't make many movies. It was the Skull one, which I can't remember the name of it. I think it was The Secret of Skull Cave or something like that. But then there might have been some other older Phantom movies, but I've never heard of them or watched them. But the Phantom was one of the best superhero comics.
Oh!
What's up?
It's an adventure comic strip.
Ah, yes, that's right.
That's I think that's DC Adventure Comics.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Let me check. Adventure Comics, romance fiction.
Because there's a lot of things I remember from Phantom. Like basically at every start of every Phantom comic, it talks about how the Phantom came around. Was like a merchant ship was set ablaze with pirates. the lone survivor, swam to the beach and swore an oath against piracy and blah blah blah.
That's my bad. It's not adventure comics. Okay. It's a adventure comic.
Oh, a adventure. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Phantom was just a really good comic. Like, really good story, really good characters. But yeah.
Did you read? Now let me ask you a question. Did you read any other comics before that?
Like I said, Spider-Man.
Is that all? How would you know what a good comic book is if you've never read? If you've never read Hellblazer.
Well, no, because my comics are all childish. So I did have Simpsons comics, and I have a lot of all the Asterix comics that are currently published. Growing up as a kid, I did have.
I was going to say those were the other ones that you had, wasn't it?
Yes,
Asterix and Obelix.
Asterix, yeah. I love Asterix. I'm gonna get my daughter to grow up on Asterix comics.
We'll have to get her some Hellblazer then.
All right, next one.
You don't know what Hellblazer is, do you?
Not familiar with it, no.
Okay, so to make it simpler for you, imagine it's like, you know, the TV show Supernatural?
Yes.
It's like Supernatural, except it's not about two brothers, it's about one guy.
Okay.
It's also a DC comic.
Oh.
And he sort of uses trickery and magic to trick demons and angels and all sorts of people. And it's very. I've been meaning to read them actually.
Mm-hmm. Fair enough.
But there's a movie. There's a movie about the main character called Constantine, that's played by Keanu Reeves.
Oh,